Hello everybody and welcome to my channel Hindi and English Stories by Ashish Verma. So today we will begin the fourth part, that is the Vows. The four princes were leading a joyful life with their wives in the palace. The brides were very dutiful and won the hearts of one and all. One day, the maternal uncle of Bharata, Yudhajit, came to invite him along with Shatrughan for a visit to the kingdom of Kaikeya. It was during the time that Dashratha began to think of handing over the throne and the responsibilities of his kingdom to his eldest son and moved to a hermitage along with his queens. It was unanimously decided by the Council of Ministers that Rama truly deserved to be the ruler of Ayodhya because of his virtues and wisdom. Thus, the next day was chosen as the auspicious one for the coronation of Rama. The idea of the coronation of Rama as the king did not go well with a hunchback maid by the name of Manthara. She rushed to her queen Kaikeyi and began to spit venom. "O queen, you must rise the sake of your son." Shocked Kaikeyi asked her what's the matter was and learned from her the decision to coronate Rama as king. Although Kaikeyi expressed her happiness on the news, Manthara made her think otherwise. The crowning of Rama would mean that you and your son would be slaves and attendants to Rama and his mother Kaushalya. Bharata is more capable than Rama as thus the rightful heir to the throne. You must ask the king to give him his rightful place. Use the 2 vows he made to you before marriage. Kaikeyi was now agitated enough and took off all her ornaments. Putting on a black sari, she entered the Kop Bhavan. The king was duly informed. He rushed immediately. "What is the matter, my dear wife?" asked Dashratha. Kaikeyi went on crying without speaking a word. It was only after a lot of coaxing that she finally spoke. "Do you remember when you fainted in the battlefield on your chariot?" "Yes, I do," said Dashratha in exasperation. "But what has to do with your coming to the Kop Bhavan after all these years?" "I came to your rescue and nursed you to consciousness," said Kaikeyi. "Yes," Dashratha replied. "So what about that? You promised me 2 wishes in return. I ask for them now. And I know that the kings of the Raghu dynasty are known to keep their promise." Then she asked for her deadly wishes that altered the fate of the kingdom altogether. Kaikeyi asked for Bharata to be crowned the king and Rama to be sent to exile for 14 years. Dashratha was numbed with shock. He fell unconscious and it was a while when he recovered. He begged Kaikeyi not to send Rama away as he would not be able to live without his beloved son. But Kaikeyi did not relent. Absolutely helpless, he returned to his chamber. The next morning, Rama entered his father's chamber to seek his blessings, but was taken back at the despair on his face. Kaikeyi stood next to him but would not tell him anything. Rama urged Dashratha to tell him the reason, but he was too overcome by grief to speak. Finally, Kaikeyi announced the 2 boons that Dashratha had granted her. Rama simply smiled and said that it was his utmost duty to comply by his father's wish. Rama prepared for his exile and Sita begged to come along. As they stepped outside their chamber, Lakshmana awaited in vermilion clothes. He insisted that he was declared Rama's companion at birth and could not be separated from him for any reason. By this time, the news had spread to the entire kingdom. The people gathered outside the palace, mourning beside Rama's chariot. As the 3 mounted the chariot, Sumantra himself took on the reins. They kept pace with the chariot, following them into the forest. All of them had made up their mind to spend the 14 years of exile with Rama. As Dashratha heard the wheels of the chariot rolling out of Ayodhya, he fell in mourning. Kaushalya was weeping bitter tears and was inconsolable. At nightfall, Sumantra stopped on the banks of river Tamasa to rest. The people gathered firewood and made their offerings to their king. Soon they all settled on hay beds. Once they had fallen asleep, Rama requested Sumantra to drive them deep into the forest where they would not be discovered by anyone. In morning, as the people found Rama missing, they understood his will and surrendered quietly. So friends, this was the fourth part, and next day we will read the fifth part, that is Chitrakut. Till then, stay happy. Read these storybooks which will help you to know more about our Indian mythology. So till then, thank you and have a very good day. And